Hi, welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, my name's Rachel. Thanks for stopping by. I like to make stuff here, and since I've primarily been sewing lately, you can expect to see a little bit of personal style chit chat here too. Okay, well, it's been a while. The last time I posted a video was back in December, so I just thought it would be a good day to come on here and say hi to all of you and have a couple life updates to share, as well as a few recent sewing projects. The last few months have just been a little bit unpredictable and busy, so I haven't really had a ton of time to do as much sewing as I normally would, and definitely not enough time to film. So I just want to let you guys know I'm not going anywhere. I'm still planning on making some videos. I'm actually in the process of making a video right now, but some of my sewing plans and project ideas might be kind of changing a little bit. I know that in the early fall I had kind of shared with you guys some of the sewing projects that I had in mind for this year, and not all of those will be super applicable to my life, and I will explain why. So in terms of the life updates, the biggest and most exciting life update that I have for you guys is that I'm pregnant. We are super excited, and baby will be joining us later on this summer. My daughter is super excited to be a big sister, and the past few months have been a little bit rough. So I have finally emerged from the first trimester, and now I'm feeling a lot better. But yeah, first trimester was exhausting, and I was pretty sick, which was kind of to be expected since it was the same way during my first pregnancy. My daughter and I picked up a couple other illnesses, probably just from like her school and being out and about. So yeah, just all of that combined in the last few months since I posted my last video right before Christmas, that's made it a little bit tricky to film videos and to sew, and a few of my sewing plans have actually changed a little bit too. But yeah, now I'm feeling a lot better. I feel like I have a lot more energy. I'm sleeping a little bit better. I can actually eat normal food again, and I'm ready to get back into sewing. I'm ready to film more videos, and I'm excited to make some stuff for kind of like my growing bump. And with that, I guess some of my sewing plans have changed a little bit too. So in this video right here, I had shared everything that I planned on making for fall and winter of this year, and all of that kind of paused in late December. So I haven't really made a lot of stuff, but I will show you guys what I have made. And one of those projects was something I mentioned in that video, and then there were a couple like Christmas gifts and stuff that I had also made. And then for future sewing plans, I do plan on making things that are not necessarily maternity, that can be worn through pregnancy and then after pregnancy, maybe good for nursing. I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of time making things that I can't wear forever. So I'm just gonna kind of see what I can get by with. A lot of the things that I wear on a regular basis are oversized anyway, at least on top. So I have a feeling I'm gonna be wearing a lot of leggings with like oversized tops that I wear all the time anyway. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting some of those sewing projects. I've been actually saving some patterns that I think will be bump friendly, and I'm definitely planning on making some videos that include some of those pieces too. And maybe I'll share some of the things that I've made previously, like without pregnancy in mind, that still work for my pregnancy. But yeah, that's really the only big update I have for you guys in terms of life. I feel like I haven't really been doing much lately. It's good to remember that I'm like making a person right now, because when I think about it that way, I've actually been doing a lot. I've been super productive over the last couple of months. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time in bed and on the couch and just like trying to make it through my days. So I'm really happy to be feeling a little bit better and to be feeling a little bit more like myself and making things again. You know, the first trimester just isn't glamorous for a lot of people, and I am one of those people. So I'm super thankful to have a healthy pregnancy at this point. Like, while these symptoms may be really unpleasant, they're also really reassuring, and they give me comfort just knowing that my pregnancy is progressing and it's healthy, and I want to stay in that mindset. Because I know that while the first trimester is over, and that part was really hard, the hard part's not over yet. I know that right now I feel good, but it's gonna come kind of in waves, and like postpartum and all of that too. You know, I have a better idea of what to expect this time, and I think that it's really helping me mentally prepare. And now that I have a 4-year-old, I just know how worth it all of this is, and it's just so cool. Being pregnant is very cool. It's hard for a lot of people, but it's just amazing what our bodies can do. And now I guess it's probably a good time to show you guys what I've been making recently, so let me go get it. Okay, I'm back. So I have a few things here. There are a couple things missing that I'm going to just describe to you guys. So first, in order, okay, so first, this is one of my new favorite articles of clothing. So this is the Carl button-up shirt. This is just a really cozy, oversized shirt. I've used this pattern a few times already. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll probably recognize this pattern, but I have kind of changed it a little bit. And this is something that I mentioned in my fall and winter sewing plans video this year. So this is the sewing pattern that I used for this shirt. This is such a great oversized shirt pattern. So I haven't really used any others. colors, so I can't really compare it to others. But when I bought this pattern, I did not think I would use it so much. I thought that I was just going to make, let's see, what was the first thing I made with this? I made a linen shirt with this for the first time. And since then I have made 2 flannels, this shirt, let's see, I have a linen shirt, 2 flannels, this denim shirt, and then also this is another thing that I've made recently using the same pattern. So yeah, this is just a classic white button up, but it is made with the softest bamboo viscose. This shirt is like so like silky soft. This actually used to be an old bed sheet that I thrifted, and I've been holding on to it for a really long time, just thinking of what I wanted to do with it. And I'm so glad that I made this shirt. I just finished sewing the buttons on before I started filming this video, so I did do cover buttons for this one right here. I'll talk about the denim shirt a little bit more too. It's just like the perfect breezy button down shirt. I did notice while I was making it that this fabric does wrinkle a little bit. It doesn't really matter to me that much. Like when I'm wearing a white button down shirt that's just like flowy, I expect it to have a little bit of wrinkling in it. I really love wearing linen, and I kind of like scrunch my linen up a little bit. I know some people can't stand wrinkles with linen and they want to make it like really crisp, but one of the things that I love most about linen is that you can make it kind of wrinkly and it still looks nice, I guess. So yeah, like wrinkles in a shirt like this don't really bother me that much. And it's so soft, I don't even really care. Like this fabric feels like air. I don't know how to explain any other way. It just feels so nice to wear. So some wrinkles are worth it for me. Okay, more about this shirt. So you'll probably notice the differences on these 2 shirts. I did add a pocket to this one right here. This sewing pattern doesn't come with like a pocket piece or anything, but I do like to add a little bit of detail with one pocket. On this one right here, I actually added 2 pockets, so I have one on either side, and they're really big patch pockets. I just feel like that makes a denim shirt feel a little bit more substantial. And yeah, this fabric, I love this fabric so much. It is not just like your typical denim. It has this really cool houndstooth and paisley pattern in it, so see that? Yeah. It's just really cool, and it adds a little bit more like texture and detail that I really like. So I can wear this with like a really boring outfit, and it kind of adds some excitement. So this is the little drawing that I put in my fall and winter sewing video showing kind of my vision for this project. And in that video I talked about making this shirt straight at the bottom, so it was going to be more like a chore coat style. But once I started cutting out the fabric, I just decided to go with the curve. I figured if I really don't like the curve, I could like cut it straight across and it'd be a little bit shorter. But I think that with all of the other details, like with the drop shoulder and like the yoke and everything, maybe it would look a little weird if it was just like straight at the bottom. I think that the curved hem just really goes with the style of the shirt, so I didn't change that about it. I added the patch pockets, and then I also added these really cool little brass buttons. So I got these at Fabric Outlet in Mission in San Francisco before they closed, so they're actually closed now, but fortunately they have a really good website that you can still order things on. I'll link that below too. I know a few of you had asked me where I'd gotten some of the fabrics that I used in the past, because you can find really good stuff there, and they still have really great prices, but it's just not the same. It's not the same as going in the store and touching everything and like digging through piles of fabric. But anyway, yeah, I'm really glad that I used these buttons. I think that just with the denim, it makes it feel a little bit more like heavy duty, and they are like really strong. So yeah, this is the thickest fabric I've ever used with a sewing pattern, but it worked really well even with like the hem on the bottom and everything too. I have paint on this from my daughter's school, but I did do the bottoms a little bit differently on this than it says to on the pattern. So maybe in one of these videos I'll show you guys how I do this at the bottom. I just wanted to make it a little bit cleaner. I think in the original pattern, how did I do it on this one? Oh yeah, so this is what it normally looks like. So you just do the hem all the way around the bottom, but on this I did the hem, and then I kind of did like this backwards. I like fold this backwards, sew it, and then fold it back around, and then you have this really nice clean corner. So with a thicker fabric, I feel like it makes a big difference. With this shirt, I didn't really find it necessary, or I just forgot to do it, I don't know, but it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, I've worn this so much. It's really fun to kind of wear over just an all black outfit, and then this summer I'll probably wear it over, I don't know, like a stretchy jumpsuit or some like spandex shorts. I have to figure out how I'm gonna style this for pregnancy, but it is really nice and big and cozy. So yeah, another thing that will be bump friendly, but I didn't really make with pregnancy in mind. So yeah, I'll be wearing this a lot over the next year. Okay, and next I made a couple little pairs of pants for my daughter. So here's a little pair, I guess this is a pair of shorts. So I got just this stretch jersey from Joann's, and I made these little spandex shorts for her. So I've mentioned in some of my other videos, for my daughter's pants, I don't really have like a pattern that I use. I've actually just taken apart a pair of her pants that fit her really well and use that as a pattern. So I made a pair of long pants with this fabric and I made these shorts. I don't know where the long pants are. I think that she just wore them the other day, so they're probably just dirty. But yeah, these are super easy to put together. All it is a seam from front to back and then the inseam, so from one leg to the other leg, and then I just add some elastic around the top. So these come together super quickly. They're super soft. They fit her perfectly. And in terms of shorts, I really like being able to make her shorts for her because sometimes like the bike shorts that I see in stores are just not as long as I want them to be. She's super active and these just hit her at a really good length. And I also do a little lettuce hem at the bottom just because it's cute. And it's also just like a really easy way to finish the bottom hem of pants and shorts and shirts and everything. You don't have to like neatly tuck and hem everything, especially with these soft fabrics. They definitely have a tendency to kind of stretch as you're sewing them and then it gets kind of wiggly, and that's kind of like the point of a lettuce hem. So I guess if the fabric is naturally gonna want to do this anyway, I just kind of use that to my advantage and make cute little lettuce hem. Okay, so the next thing is this really cute dress. So this is just the most princessy, fancy feeling little dress. I made this for my daughter as a Christmas gift. And then I also made a little dress for stuffed bunny. If I have a picture of it, I'll put it right here. I don't know where this bunny is right now, and I've looked all over her room. I've looked all over the house. It's tucked somewhere weird, so I wish I could show you guys. But yeah, it's the same fabric as this, so they kind of have a little matching dress. I got this fabric at Fabric Outlet before they closed, but I think that you may still be able to find it on their website. I will link it below if I can find it. But yeah, it's just like a cotton print, and it's like a nice lightweight cotton. I have washed this before. It did get a little softer in the wash. I do think that I might wash it with vinegar just to kind of like loosen up the fibers a little bit more. But yeah, I am really glad that I used this fabric for this because it does give it a little bit of volume. It has a cute little ruffle on the bottom and it ties at the back, which I just thought was like a really cute detail. This is the pattern that I used for it. This is the first time I had used a pattern from this shop before. I did make this based on my daughter's measurements and had a couple little fit issues. So on the neckline right here, this was originally a little bit too wide for my daughter, so she is a little bit more narrow in the shoulders. So sometimes I will size down and then I'll just add length to the bottom. But for this, I had made it in her regular size and I did need to take it in on the sides. So I had to kind of take it apart once she had tried it on. Once I gave it to her for Christmas and she tried it on, I had to take it apart all along the top and just kind of shrink this down a little bit so now it fits her a lot better. But also this waist part is a little bit loose still too. Like I know it's not supposed to be fitted or anything, but it is just kind of baggy around her waist. I kind of wish that it fit a little bit better. Since making this though, I did receive an updated pattern in my email. So yeah, the pattern designer has made changes to the fit of this dress and I'm really excited to try it again with the updates. And of course, I really appreciate that they did update the pattern. I didn't have to like reach out to them and ask for it or anything. They just emailed everyone who had bought the pattern and let them know that they had an updated version. So I thought that was really impressive. I'm interested in seeing what the differences are. I do still think that I'll have to make it a little bit more narrow just in the top because that's something that I've had to do on other dresses for my daughter too. But yeah, I really love this dress. It's so cute and I'm really excited to make this in kind of like a lighter, flowier, maybe like a gauzy fabric for summertime. But yeah, it's just so fun. I love this fabric so much. There's a closer view at it. It's just like such a happy, busy floral pattern. Okay, and for the last thing that I've made recently, if you follow me on Instagram, you will probably recognize this, but this is a cute little wrap skirt that I made. And I wore this a lot around the holidays. I don't fit into this anymore at the moment. So yeah, this was like one of the first things that I made right after I found out I was pregnant, and I made it knowing that I'm gonna wear it in the future years, and it is kind of adjustable. So yeah, here's what it looks like on me when it fits. It's really cute. It's like the perfect length and I love this fabric for it. I have a really beautiful plaid wool that my sister-in-law gave me, I think last year or the year before for Christmas, and I'm really nervous to use it and I really want to make a skirt out of it. So I thought that this would be a good project to kind of test out in a less precious fabric, and I really love it. So I'll definitely be using this pattern again when I want to use that really fancy wool fabric. And speaking of patterns, this is the pattern I used. This is also the first pattern that I had ever used from this shop, and after making this skirt, I definitely want to try more patterns from this shop because the instructions and the finishing details and everything were so nice. One of the things that I really loved about this pattern, I don't really know if you can see this, but look at this beautiful corner right here. So I'm gonna turn up. If you can see that corner, look at how nice that looks. I never knew how to do a corner like this, and I'd seen it done on like placemats and tablecloths and stuff. So yeah, in this pattern I learned how to make a nice perfect clean corner like this. And yeah, the inside is all finished too. I'll just kind of undo this here. So yeah, it is like a full wrap skirt. So it opens up all the way here. It has this really nice facing on the inside. It has darts in the back, so it has a really nice fit around the waist and around the booty. And there are a few things that I didn't add to this. So in the pattern, you can add little straps right here if you want to like hang it up on a hanger. I don't usually hang up my skirts on a hanger. Right now I am. I have had this one hanging up on a hanger just because it's been with all the other clothes that I made. But yeah, I just didn't think that that was super necessary. But if you want to add that fancy detail, you definitely can. I think that the way that they have it fastened in the pattern is with like an actual buttonhole and button, but I had these little snaps that I figured would be really easy. They do kind of pop off a little bit, so I might eventually add a buttonhole and do that. For now, I have two different snaps. I'll probably add another one like over here, and this just makes it adjustable. So on days when I feel like I can wear it here, then I'll wear it there. On days that I need a little bit more space, I'll wear it here, and then I'll probably add another one over here because, you know, I'm gonna want to wear this next winter, and who knows what size I'm gonna need then. Hopefully this will still work if I can just like make a couple adjustments too. I made this like an inch shorter, or yeah, I made this like an inch shorter than the actual pattern because as far as I know, I think the pattern says that it is made for somebody who's 5'8", and I am 5'6", but like proportionally my waist is shorter than my legs. So I only took an inch off. I didn't take a full 2 inches off because I think if I did that, then it would just kind of like visually appear really short on me. But yeah, this with 1 inch off at 5'6" is perfect for me. I love this length. I feel like when it was longer, it just looked like it swallowed me a little bit too much. Like when I'm wearing a mini skirt, I just want it to hit at a certain point in my leg that's like the most flattering, and I feel like this is perfect. I really just love the design of this skirt too. It's cool to have the belt kind of like lower into the side, and I really like how it kind of makes the bottom do this little asymmetrical thing. I just think it stands out a little bit from all of the other mini skirt patterns that there are out there, and I'll definitely be making more of these. I think it'd be really fun to make this in like white linen. It'd be really fun to do like denim with some like cool top stitching and stuff. So you'll definitely see me using more of this pattern in the future. Not anytime soon because I don't think this is bump friendly, but definitely like next year. Okay, so those are all the things that I made recently. I shared the news with you guys. I think that's everything I wanted to accomplish in this video. So thank you so much for sticking around as I've been kind of taking a while to get videos out to all of you. I really appreciate it. Also, something I forgot to mention earlier, there are now over 20,000 of you subscribed to my channel now, and I can't wrap my head around it. That is so amazing. I appreciate it so much. Like I've said before, when I started this channel, I was just kind of documenting my sewing journey, kind of learning how to sew, and it's been so fun to kind of join this community and be able to chat with you all in the comments and just like have people in my life who are really excited about sewing like I am. There aren't very many people that I know in person that really love sewing, so this has been super fun for me, and it's just so encouraging to see that there are so many of you who are enjoying my content and giving me advice and feedback and everything. So thank you so much. Seeing this channel grow and everything is definitely really motivating for me, especially during times like this where it is kind of hard to feel like I have energy to sew and to share and everything. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet though, please consider doing that. And if you like this video, like this video. If you didn't like this video, then I hope you like the next one. All right, well, I hope you're all having a good day, and I will see you soon. Bye.